and welcome once again to Living in the 21st Century. Joining me today is Alexandre Zavarstruzli, winner of The Voice Kids Ukraine, and also is Maria Vinnikov, silver medal winner of Boston International Music Competition. I want to welcome you both here on Living in the 21st Century. First, I want to start with you, Alexandria. Could you just give me a rundown again on your history?
Yes, so my name is Alexander, and I'm the winner of the Voice Kids Ukraine 2019. My stage name now is Alexander, that's how people know me. And I'm so happy to be talking about today's topic about Boston International Music Festival.
Wonderful. I can see now that we have Abby Bernard, the gold prize winner for Boston International Festival 2025, now joining in. It's good to have you on, Abby.
Hello, hi everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so Maria, just tell us a little bit about yourself again.
My name is Maria Vinnikov, and I'm the last year silver prize winner of Boston International. I really love singing and being on stage, and it's just like really close to my heart. It's my passion.
Beautiful. So since Abby, you have just joined us and you were the gold prize winner for last year's competition, enlighten us to what that was like, that experience.
There were so many talented and amazing people there. I was really shocked when I got the gold. It was just surreal. I was just surrounded by so much talent, and I was just so blessed to be able to have gotten the gold.
Wonderful. Now, here are three beautiful young people who will be competing this year again in Boston International Festival. What are your expectations, Alexandre?
I'm not competing, I'm actually just invited to perform, but I can't wait to see all the talent that's there.
Okay, well, wonderful. Maria, are you competing as well, or?
I am competing. I'm really excited to see everyone, and I feel like it's just going to be such a great place to be. It's going to be super fun.
Well, wonderful. As young, aspiring future artists, who knows how far you may get in this globe, tell us what are your future expectations as you move from one level to the next, what you would like to see yourself within the next 2-3 years from now.
Me?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I would really like to meet more people. I mean, I feel like just being in this community is really fun. Maybe in the next few years, I would like to introduce myself more, maybe find more opportunities.
Wonderful. Do you think that you may stay within the parameters of just Boston International Festival? Do you see yourself like a next Taylor Swift? Do you have that kind of global expectation? So shoot right up to the top?
Well, I mean, like, I feel very, like, Boston International Competition is very close to my heart. And so is like the whole Boston area. All the people surrounding it are super awesome and cool. And I do feel like I would want to go like around the world and see new things. But Boston International Competition and all the people around here are always going to be really close to my heart.
Wonderful. Abby, what are your expectations? Alexandre, we lost Abby for a few minutes there. What are your expectations as a young person in the field of music? Where do you see yourself going from here? What is your future plans?
Well, we're currently working with what's happens to be the most important part of growing as an artist in today's world, which is growing your social media and following and everything. So we're really working hard on that. I'm almost up to, well, we're over actually 500,000 followers now, and I'm working on my original music and just growing and finding, hoping that my music finds the right people.
Okay. Well, before we move on to this next level of questions, Abby, I don't know if I have you back. Can you hear me?
No, she's not
Okay,
here.
that's fine. Okay, sure. So here's my question addressing younger people within your generation. The music world is a big world. It has a lot of expectations. You can really thrive in that environment pretty well and make a comfortable living for yourself. But I'm quite sure that there are so many good singers out there and probably got the same expectations that you all have. What would make you different or move you from a different stage than the others would probably thought of and get you to that level of to be an aspiring artist?
I don't think you can really compete with anybody because everybody's individual and everybody's got their own, individuality. So I think once you stop competing with other people, the contest and everything is fine because you experience and it's a beautiful experience and you grow. But generally speaking, I don't think you should compete with anybody because nobody can be better at being me, and I cannot be better at being them. So since everybody's individual, you just have to do your thing and hope for the best that people resonate with that. So I think that's the only way to get through the competition.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a very smart and intelligent answer.
Thank you.
With that being said, and I like it, believe it or not, I love that answer. You're 100% dead on correct. But I think also in this world of music that even though you don't want to compete against each other, I think identifying your target audience and meeting their expectations beyond the wildest imagination is what brings you out to the world at large. You just want that group of people following you and promoting you to another level. And the question I want to ask, how would you think about touching their hearts in a way that they want to push you to that level? Because it's the magnitude of people that are going to push you to that top level.
Right. I was actually watching an interview of one of my favorite artists, Labyrinth, and he was saying, a lot of people in the industry, they tell you, like, this is, let's say, pop industry, right? This is pop industry, and those are the limits, though. This is what you have to be doing. But I think the only way you can actually get to the hearts of those people is by being yourself. And I think just staying true to yourself is, people really recognize that, because I've had a various of concerts where I participated on my own shows, and people can always tell. So as long as you're honest with your craft, I think it's gonna reach people's hearts.
Absolutely, 100% correct.
Thanks.
Maria, I'm going to ask you the similar question. What would be, I know you're young and upcoming and aspiring, but you got a vision, and I want to know how you're going to attain that vision, because as Alexandra just said, don't even think about competing against each other. Be yourself and selling yourself correctly to the audience. How are you intending to touch your audience heart that they will continue to push you, encourage you, and motivate you to get to that next level?
I'm just planning to be confident in myself, I'm not going to try to copy anyone. I'm not going to let others bring me down, really, and I'm not going to try to bring others down either. I just want everybody, including myself, to be confident and love themselves.
Absolutely. As an idol, which I'm going to put you as, there will be people, younger people, following you and would want to walk in your footsteps, because all of us at some point in journey in our lives, we have idols that we want to go after or walk in their footsteps. How would you inspire the younger generation today, not only in music, but in their personal goals and aspirations? How would you encourage them or motivate them to follow their dreams and pursue it diligently?
I would I would just say to stay curious, to stay true to yourself, and, well, stay curious. I feel like if you find what you love and you do what you love, then you'll be happy.
You know, I think ambition should be the drive or the driving force behind every young teenager. And we live in a complicated world. I'm not going to make this all about music or anything like that because we see your goals and your track record so far. But the ability to, as you move ahead in your life as a leader, whether you're a musical leader, a political leader, or whatever leader you are, how would you be an inspiration in other young people's life? What would you do differently to other people that would encourage young people to get up and pursue their dreams?
Personally, I come from a country. I come from the Georgia, the country, not the state, and it's pretty tiny country. There isn't as much opportunities there as it is here, and I started. I'm also from a tiny village where we did not have a lot of opportunities to, get the right vocal coach to practice with and all that stuff. So I don't keep things like that away from people. So I as I mentioned before, I have a pretty decent following, and that includes a lot of lot of people that are younger, and I keep it real with them, and I talk about those stuff, and I have a lot of 50% of the videos we make is transformational videos, whether it's like fitness or the vocal training or just like general story, like me meeting my, let's say nothing comes without a sacrifice. So when I came to this country to pursue my dream, I had to leave my family, and I come from a huge family. So when I went back after 5 years of not seeing them, I made this whole video about the whole story, and that motivated a lot of people. And when I went back to Georgia, so many people were telling me, "Oh my God, you're such an inspiration." I was like, okay, so I helped somebody, get that motivation that other people gave me. So I think just you have to stay real with people, because I think in today's world, social media, it's just like everybody just post things and show themselves with pink sunglasses on. Like everything's just made out to be so easy and beautiful, and just like everybody's just preaching, but they're not actually showing the real truth about stuff. So I think just showing the real struggle and what it takes is a great way to motivate other people that, what, you're not the only one going through something. I also went through it and I came out of it. So that coming out of it is what's going to motivate the younger generation.
That's excellent. Alexandra, I'll tell you, I don't know if you really understand what you would have just said there is so profound. What you have actually said in a few minutes there is the heart and core of inspiring younger people to look beyond what seems to be fictitious in their lives. The younger generation today think life is like a candy stick. Everything is a fairy tale, but that's not the reality. You find that when people leave college, that's a whole different new world out there as to when you was in college, right? The realities of life that they are faced with. You are actually speaking about those realities right now. And I think that every person listening to you should get some source of valuable information that would make their lives take a different repositioning to what they're at this point in life. That's very profound, Alexandra. So, Maria, I don't know if I'm back yet with Abby, but she's on? Okay, Abby, I'll get back to you, Maria. Abby, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you would like to see yourself doing within the next couple of years from now, how you're going to inspire the world, how you're going to motivate younger people to get to the next level. What's your word?
So I plan on doing some songwriting and writing some very encouraging songs for young people and older people too, just for them to know that they are worthy and that they can do whatever they want to do if they put their mind to it, and hard work does pay off.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, but I want to ask you this other question. I mean, young people would hear that all the time, but what would you want to say to young people to get up from the present situation and do for themselves, make better? Because as Alexandra just said, the world paint this fictitious story and frame it so nicely and completely that life is just a dream. It's like a candy stick till you leave college and recognize when you are in the real world, facing the realities of the world, it's something different than you thought it was when you were at college. So how would you want to motivate and encourage people to just don't look at where they're at right now, but take their lives to another level?
I mean, life does get definitely really, really hard. And I would honestly just say that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And honestly, even though you're going through something, you can always get out of it. And I just feel like that with my music, I want to inspire people in those down times that they can actually find hope. So that's my encouragement for them, and I hope that helps somebody today, that they are worthy and they are enough and they can get through whatever they want to get through.
Those are powerful words said in a few seconds. What you just said, Abby, is so, as I said Alexandra not too long ago, is so profound. Young people get depressed quickly. They fall into depression. They make bad decisions. Some commit suicide. Some go into drug gangs, some go into prostitution houses. They shape their lives in all forms without having that vision and purpose to understand that today could be dark, today could be bad, but tomorrow could be bright, and tomorrow could be good. So you never give up. And I think that is extremely great. And with that said, that's good encouragement for young people. With that said also, Maria, back to you. Season some words that would gently teach young women today the etiquettes of life, of achieving and obtaining their goals and sustaining their goals. This may be a mouthful, but I'm saying that to you because when you look on social media, I'm seeing a lot of young women, and I'm not saying this in a derogative form. There are a lot of young women think that only their beauty and body says it all, and they're expecting that their bodies and their beauty get them to a next level in life, and that is far, far from the truth. What word would you like to say to those young ladies to think beyond just their physical appearance, but think deeply of what they have within themselves to offer society, offer the world, that they can make a comfortable and successful living for themselves?
Confidence. I feel if one is confident in themselves, they don't have to think about just selling themselves as someone who they're not. Their talent, if they're confident in their talent, they're confident in their own self-being, I feel like that would really help people see the light of the world. Really, just confidence in general would help a lot of people.
That's wonderful. I just gave you three very solid, mature interview that would probably cut out for people at an elderly age or more mature age, so to speak. And all three of you answered those questions, and you done remarkably well. And with that saying, I just want to, just give me a few minutes. I just want to ask the question. What are you thinking about your entrepreneurial skills to start your own business? And what I mean by that, we just tailored out what route you would take in aspiring and inspiring people. Now, what route would you take? And I'll ask you this question now, Alexandra. What route would you take to start your business? I know you have a large audience and so forth and followers, but hey, you want to get some money out of their pockets. That's the whole reason, right? You want to turn all these followers into money. do you have any strategic plans or think about any plans on how you're going to turn your followers into a money machine?
It's an interesting question, but I would have to rephrase it with I have
Yes.
to take wood out of it because I already did. So I was thinking, how do I start something like that? Start a business that also is gonna help me with my music career. I didn't want to do anything that's gonna take me out of it, but also wanted to do something, but something that would help me improve and just like develop. So I'm like, okay, what are my skills? And then I made my like roadmap for everything. So, and ever since I was a kid, I was really interested in. It was always my dream to have my own TV, but now the TV has changed into social media. So I established a social media marketing company, and now I have like 5 team members, and we're helping a lot of huge actually creators to grow their following. One of our biggest clients now has 30 million followers on TikTok. So that's the route I took actually. So we're working on social media marketing.
Your business
That's the
foundation had
business.
launched.
Yes,
That's beautiful.
It's been launched.
That's beautiful. Maria, what are your entrepreneurial skills? What are you planning to do to start your own business? 'Cause I believe talent like yours and like Abby's talent, good talent like this should be able to make room for others. Not necessarily that they're going after it themselves, but you being the mastermind of creating work and creating an environment where people can perform and make life good for themselves. And that question goes out to you, Maria, and then that's I'll be the same question.
Yeah, I guess I really just want to share my passion with everyone. I want to, and I don't want to just share my passion, I want to share everybody's passion. Like singing is like intricate. It's a teamwork. You have to have most of the times a pianist, sometimes a whole team behind you. Sometimes you can have like a band behind you. There's also dancers as well. It's all just like the arts are all intertwined together. And I feel like everybody showing their passion, it would just make a lot of people happy. And me showing my passion would make me happy. And yeah, like something like that.
Well, nice, wonderful. At least it's a vision that's already birthed. And Abby, what would you do entrepreneurially to establish your own form or kind of business as you move forward? We know that you're young people, you don't have that financial substance and resource, but at the same very time, vision goes a long way in how you can obtain those financial substances and resources. What would you do if you had to launch a gig in the open atmosphere to make some money? How would you go about it? What would be your dreams?
So I do also plan to go to the musical theater industry, you know, Broadway. So I would love to do shows from there. Also, I do want to have my own clothing brand to have put encouraging words on it to inspire people. And I just want to sing in venues as most people do and just to inspire others. That's really the goal, at least for me. And yeah, I think that's really what I'm going for.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I'm going to shortly conclude. So I'm going to give you first, Alexandre, your final say and advice. Boston Music Festival International Festival is around the corner. Word of encouragement to those who you would like to see come up and support you.
Actually, I just want to tell everybody that it's going to be a really interesting night. So I think everybody should come to Boston International Music Festival on July 18th. I'm going to be also performing there my original songs. So I think it's just going to be a beautiful day to listen to the new talent and just experience a very beautiful night with us. And I know the organizers of this contest, so I know it's going to be beautiful.
Wonderful. Same thing for you, Maria. How would you speak to your audience in terms of coming out and supporting you at the Boston International Music Festival?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be performing there, but I'm super excited to watch all the other talented people come. And I would say, please come and watch all of these talented people perform. It's just like talent serenading your ears, all of these people sharing their passion. It would just spread confidence, as I said earlier, to a lot of people. I remember when I was younger and I was watching other people perform, I felt a surge of self-worth in myself when I saw other people share their passions. So I would say, please come and watch these people, these amazing, wonderful people perform.
Beautiful. And Abby, how would you encourage your audience to come out and give you all the support they possibly can?
There's just going to be so many beautiful art there. It's just going to be so soothing to hear everyone share their passion. And it's just the most beautiful thing. I would definitely invite you to come to Boston International Music Festival on July 18th. It's going to be so worth it. It's going to be a night to remember.
Beautiful. Well, I want to thank you, Alexandre, Maria, and Abby, for coming out and telling us a little bit about yourselves and giving support to the Boston International Music Festival. It was a pleasure having you on Living in the 21st Century. And for all those who are going to be joining us, have a great day. Go out and support Boston International Music Festival. Have a great day.